dependency.
You're playing the victim.
You're playing the victim.
Yeah.
That is why even now we are facing this problem whereby we are now having this mindset that we are dependent on the government more than we have to think independently now. That's what we need. We need young people to become independent. Young people should have their own views, should do things their own way without thinking that, okay, we don't need the government into this thing.
Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Student podcast. Namhlanje siphethe le gama linzima ndoda, please say it.
No, it's ONTLAMETSE. It's one name.
ONTLAMETSE.
Yeah.
ONTLAMETSE.
ONTLAMETSE.
But I think there should be a gap after UNTLA, then you
and matey. No, it shouldn't be a gap.
It's like I gave you what?
No. Because of in the end, it's not an I, it's an E. So it's ONTLAMETSE.
All right.
So yeah.
No, it makes sense, bro. This is a simple platform, bro. We take it back and get obviously to the future. We are very young people. I'm sure that your journey has something to teach anyone who's younger than you. So it's an educational platform. Just feel free.
No. I feel free. Definitely feel free. You guys made me free. I was a bit nervous at first, especially when you first approached me the first time at campus. I was like, hey, what is actually happening? Which one is this one? You know, I was a bit surprised, but now I felt free because you guys made me feel at home. We are all young people, and that's where I understood that no. Let's just do this thing.
No, bro, I say siyabonga.
No, definitely.
So, let's take it to a point whereby there's this lady I usually meet, ne?
Okay.
So, every day you tell Mr. Mbata, here's a penny, give me a thought.
Here's my thought, okay?
So, I thought, a random thought.
Okay.
Just to carry her throughout that day.
Yeah.
What would you say to her?
The thought. It's like saying, what's the word of the day? Usually what young people used to say. I would say, it's quite tough out there. But let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. That's what I'll give them. That's the advice I'll give them. Let's keep pushing. Do not give up. Whatever happens, keep pushing. That's life.
You remind me of the words. I think I posted them today. There were these guys who Black Diamond.
The Black Diamond. Yeah.
So this guy posted, let me tell you something. Don't quit.
Don't quit. No matter what, do not quit.
No, bro. I like those words. What do they mean to you?
What do they mean to me?
Yeah.
No. It's quite simple. What do they mean to me? Those words, they mean that do not stop. No matter whatever happens, do not stop. Keep pushing. Do not listen to what people say, especially the negative thoughts. Take them as a motivation in a way. Do not take them as something that is serious. Just take them as a motivation and keep going. Yeah, do not give up.
No, bro. I feel you. To take ONTLAMETSE back at home, how was the growing conditions?
The growing conditions. Okay, so I was actually born in the Northwest, which is in a place called in a mining town.
It's
a mining town called Rustenburg.
Yeah. Oh, Rustenburg.
Rustenburg, yeah, that's the home of platinum, So that's where I was born and then raised in Cosmo City. So I predominantly come from Johannesburg in a location called Cosmo City, which is a township. That's where I grew up. Yeah, but at first, because of those places that was built by the government around 2006, and then it was in the RDP houses.
Mainly RDP houses.
RDP houses, yeah.
Shacks. What about shacks?
No shacks. No. We were staying at the shack at first, which was back in about 2004, 2005, which was now it's called Stain City. Where there was Stain City, yeah. There was shacks there before. People have to tell that story because
it has developed.
Into an estate.
Wow.
It's not an estate, it's the richest estate it's next to Denfen. So yeah, that's where I was at first, called Skodipola. I'm not sure about the Afrikaans name. That's where I'm from. That's where I started in cheese. It was the shacks and all of that, and then I went on and we were taken to Cosmo City. Those are the houses we were given to, the RTP houses. At first it was proper. I was raised there by a single mother. Yeah, I'm a sibling of about, I'm the last born of 6 children.
Hey, you're number 6.
I'm number 6, the last one, yeah. So that's, yeah.
The black sheep.
I won't say the black sheep of the family. I won't say the black sheep of the family because parents are actually proud of the person I've become, I wouldn't say I'm the black sheep of the family. I'll just say I'm the last born, the one who have went far.
No, bro, I'm just kicking your food, man. As you alluded, growing up at Rustenburg, the dusty streets, I'm sure, because it was a shack place. Then it developed later. Anatoly RDP. How was the school environment for you?
The schooling environment was proper. Let me allude the government for that because of it was a new school. It was a Cosmo City Junior. That's where I started. Those years, yeah. So that's where I started. I said the childhood was better, although when it went on, things got worse because there was crime. There was an influx of illegal immigrants in the place. It was a mess, trust me, because now you find that people are now developing the place in a weird way. They're having back rooms that are not even a proper plan by the government or anything.
The plan of the development
of the city or the municipality. Yeah, it was a mess because of it was overpopulated, I would say.
Because bro, like that's the common trait about in each and every place where there is a development of some sort. Like the moment they build RTP houses, they force you guys to apply, Then if you are siblings of 6, you can all of you guys apply. But the gap comes whereby there are people from outside who come and infiltrate your place.
No, I would say it's the issue of unemployment in this country. So this has led people to start their own businesses. So the RDP was given to a person, an individual, and that individual sees best to start back rooms, some sort of source of income. That's how it started out. So a lot of people have seen that. So that is why we do have problems even now.
So
we do have problems of electricity.
Mainly the tenants are not people of even South Africa.
South Africans, yeah. I would say 80% or 90% of tenants in Cosmo City are illegal immigrants.
Illegal, where's?
Yeah, where's illegal.
How close are you to the border?
We are not close to the border. I would say the reason why we have a majority of illegal immigrants there by Cosmo City, it's because of the firms around us. There's one firm there by Kaya Center. There are so many, and there are a lot of firms around industries. And then also we are next to Sandton, we're next to Johannesburg. We're in the center of everything. So that is why now everyone wants to come to Cosmo City. Everyone is migrating into Cosmo City. And also coming back to the issue of school, that's where when I go to high school, I almost got suspended because of the issue of I tried to mobilize students to say to them, students, we need to have a voice as students because there's an issue whereby we are 100 of us in one class. The government is not building schools. I understand why, because the planning around that was because of there were no rooms. These people, exactly. And then also not only illegal immigrants, but also people coming from other provinces. People never thought that Cosmo City will be that place whereby people want to migrate into. But now because of their force, because of unemployment, and the living conditions in other provinces, So when now the private sector in the other land, when the government sells land, they give it to the private sector, and then the private sector will rent it out and then build flats. Those children or those kids, where are they going to school? They're going to come to those schools with us.
So the planning is not considering all of the facts.
All of the facts, because
even sorry to cut you.
Okay.
Even like simple things as sports ground, yeah. There's only one sport ground whereby all of these kids.
They go into one sports ground. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem we have, and now we have this issue of more and more mobile classes are being placed in these schools. Now the school is a mess, I can tell you. It's no longer that beautiful. It is a beautiful school, but now there are a lot of mobile classes, even in grounds.
So they're occupying all this space.
All the spaces, so even in playgrounds.
From the top, it's like
it's like shacks. Yeah, it's like bushwash. Even where there should be playgrounds, there are now mobile classes because now everyone wants to go to that school. That is the only school that the government has built properly, and then also it has never built another school, you see, to meet the needs and the standard of those people. People are no longer affording, so they want to take their children to government schools.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are tapping into your political era.
Yeah, I know you're tapping into a political era. No,
just by simply asking where are you from, and I can easily sense and see
that's the reason
this is why
I went into politics.
No man, like give us a picture of you. Let's say you become this politician that you want to be. I'm sure there's a junior self, as you said. You took it upon yourself to mobilize. Like, no man, we can't be 100 in a class.
100 in a class.
Which other incidences pointed out when you have an element of politics?
Yeah, you're taking me back to primary. The reason why I went into politics. I didn't just go into politics because of I want to become a politician. No. I remember there was a debate in our class. I was doing grade 7 that time. So mainly we were debating as students. So I was the only person who was opposing something. So there was a new private school that was built next to Cosmo City. So that school that was built, and then also there was this introduction by the government whereby there will be smart boards, there will be table, tablets, and all of that, And that is why I said no. Okay, guys, the government is doing something. There's no need for us to say we want to all go to a private institution. We do have our own things. People say, no, you can't compare a government and a private institution. I said, okay, I do understand what you're saying. It's primary. But now, look at what Jacob Zuma has said in his speech. It was during around 2013, 2014. And I said, guys, Jacob Zuma said in one of his speech, public schools and private schools, they should be equal. There shouldn't be a gap. That is why even now when they developed that place, they said, okay, this school should be in a township. I brought all those facts. And then one teacher said, my man, you are politically gifted. I did not know what that meant.
For the even fact, which way now you went and made an example based on a politician.
He was so surprised. He was impressed. He
You naturally gravitated towards.
To what That's why I was okay. I don't know what he means. I went on. Then we went to high school. Still the same thing. I kept on debating. That's why I said no. Politics is my thing. That's the only. Yeah.
All right, I hear you speak about hearing Zuma speak about the equality of these quintile 1s, quintile 2s, and quintile 3s, by making them equal so that people don't move to town or drive to town every morning. Is it you reading or is it you just watching the news? Then automatically you tune in and get interested.
I would say during that time, I didn't choose any side. I would say I was an analyzer based on the news and also what I read. So I used to analyze news and I used to convey the message in terms of my analysis. So yeah.
Bro, that's primary.
That's primary.
Where are these things coming from? Where are the readings coming from?
The readings. I would say my brother is the one. He's never studied politics, but he used to, debate in the house. He's the internet in the house. Whereby when you want something, you ask for something, he already has an answer. Shout out to him, you know.
Yeah,
He's the one. Yeah, no, shout out to him. He's the one who has molded me to become this person. I would say, because every time he'll bring something new, he's always in the internet. He'll bring newspapers. He'll always watch news. I'll be surprised. I'll watch also. I said, I wanna be better than this guy. That is why I said, no, man, I have to go into politics, because this guy knows a lot of things. That is why now I got into the thing of reading the news, watching the news, and reading newspapers.
Yeah, bro. And I'm sure someone would want to even find what you call a trait.
A trait.
Because books, news, it's what I call the boring stuff.
The boring stuff.
But I end up enjoying the boring stuff. As a characteristic, as a person, there is a grown person who is like, hey, bro, I'm so disinterested. But as a discipline, or as an urge or a desire, what would you point it out to be? Because being inquisitive, yes, but what additional things could a person develop?
In terms of, I'm not sure if I do get the context of your question now.
All right, so this type of behavior, is what a normal person would call boring
behavior.
Therefore, it's hard to endure and even consume. What traits would you point? You would say, bro, if you want to be a person who is so absorbing of information and be able to bear the boring stuff, develop these 1, 2, 3 traits. Then you're gonna feel comfortable.
You feel comfortable. I would say it takes passion. It's not. If you want to do it, you could do it. But if you don't have passion for doing those things, I won't necessarily say you'll be able to do it, because of you have to have passion for politics and passion for those things, like reading books. Yes, everyone has to read a book. We read books. But now also you need to check in terms of the stats. I saw I'm not sure. I saw in an article. I'm not sure if you could allude to that, whereby they are now speaking about grade ones do not know how to read and write.
Read to comprehend.
Yeah.
I remember this.
So I would say it starts with a little person, a young person at home, and then also the parents. It starts. You have to be molded at a young age for you to grasp all those things and for you to understand those things. It starts at home, and also the community that you are in. Yeah,
bro. That's why I actually commend your brother, because he did most of the work that a parent should actually do. I would even suggest the parent should live around books. If you are going shopping, just buy the.
That's why even the basic minister said that parents should now buy. I'm not speaking for the ANC, but he said for a present you need to buy your children books, and it's something in which it makes sense. But at the very same time, right now as you speak, it's another topic. Yeah, but it makes sense also.
Because Ingane doesn't have that superior knowledge of discriminating. This was a gift, but a book. Therefore, a baby can even take that gift. One day, that gift will do something. Yo, bro, like, shout out to your brother. Like, for me, I grew up in a family of six. Including parents.
Including parents.
So this is a small 4-room house. I used to sleep in a dining room. What was your dynamic there?
Okay, so it's the 6 of us, no? Okay, so it's 6 children. So the firstborn, it was a 4-room house. In RDPs, commonly it's 4-room. So luckily the first one was a student. He was dead vet, and then the second one was staying with my grandmother, and then it was how many now? 2 girls and 2 boys staying with. Reduced now. So we would share a room with my brother, and then my sisters will share a room with my mother. So the other ones will have to sleep, in a sponge, and then the other one will sleep in the bed with my mom and all of that. So, but I thought it was normal. It's normal. I don't see a problem with it. I didn't see a problem with it until when you start, watching these things. You see, no, man, this is not normal. This is not. We are subjected to these things. This is not normal. It's not normal. But yeah. I would say this is the living arrangements in which we were in.
Your reality. Because I was listening to these conversation. So these guys were speaking about kids being molested and all of that.
Molested. Oh.
Yeah. And then they touched the point whereby if the molester did the molesting so right, the kid who's being molested won't realize. Uti, I'm actually being molested. Maybe that's what you are also saying about the systematic life that we grew up in. It was so done in a properly way. We didn't feel like we're in the wrong place.
Around you, the same people are experiencing the same thing.
Because even now we are relating, but we are not even from the same place.
Exactly.
Oh, bro, this is bad. This is bad. Let's speak about the system itself. The way it has treated us as people of color and compare it to what we aspire to be.
Okay, the system, yes, it's I think it's you are touched on a right point in terms of talking about the system. The system has been created to a particular way that us as black people or African people should live in a certain way. But does that stop us in changing the current status quo or changing our lives? It doesn't. So I would not blame it much onto the system, but it's up to us as the current generation to change those things.
So you're not blaming the output. We are like, it's a challenge.
No, it's a challenge. Life is a challenge on its own. Yes, the system, as much as people are going to argue saying we are unable to do these things because of the system has created this, it's a sense of
it's
dependency.
Like playing the victim.
You're playing the victim. That is why even now we are facing this problem whereby we are now having this mindset that we are dependent on the government more than we have to think independently now. That's what we need. We need young people to become independent. Young people should have their own views, should do things their own way without thinking that we don't need the government into this thing. Like for example, let's start your own podcast. You don't need the government to do those things. So I cannot blame the system. It's all about pushing.
No, bro. Yagos, and I hear a lot of freedom from the way you speak. Like you are free.
Yeah, I'm free.
Because even if I take you back to a primary, for that old man to see a politician, he was like, no, I'm sensing a person who has this fire of freeing people because he's also free. What does freedom mean to you?
What does freedom mean to me? I would say freedom means being able to speak willingly without fear or favor, being able to do things in which the other people cannot do, being able to become an individual and say I will be able to do this thing, without anyone's help, but at the very same time I cannot give up. That's being free. That's freedom for me. That's freedom for me.
Because there's a guy that I sat down with. He said, the ability to chase your dreams is a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Hey, to me it hit so bad. I'm like, shit. For the fact that I'm able to gather this and create this small podcast thing, it's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Not everyone can do that.
Not everyone can do
but
that.
But when you just said, man, hey yo, bro. Stop playing the victim card and start
doing something.
And then just don't give up. Yo, bro, I feel you. Let's go back to Mhlambe, your development phase. How did you find yourself at
Gqeberha? Hey. So here's a story. I was in grade 11. I remember very well. So my sister, my cousin, so most of the people in my siblings in general or family members, they're in university. So some of them, they went to vets. So during that time, These two now, they were at UJ. I said, no, man. I cannot go to UJ, man. I have to, as I was scrolling, so the first thing when you look for a university, it says Nelson, it says NMMU. I said, what is this now? I clicked on it. Hey, PE. How? I know I need to go to PE. Yeah? I'm going to experience a new life. I'm going to start a new life in PE, whereby no one's going to give me problems because my mother will easily go and visit my sister. I said, no. I don't want her to come to PE. I chose PE, and then I said, no. I told her, I said, Ma, I'm choosing PE. I'm sorry, I'm going to PE. And then they said, no, it's okay. We support you. Can, as long as you're going to university. Yeah. That's all that matters. Then I found myself in PE.
And the funding part, how did you manage?
How did I manage in terms of coming here?
The funding, because yes, if you pass matric, there's NSFAS options.
There's bursary, scholarships. No, I used the NSFAS. I used the NSFAS. Just like a majority of the students, I'll say 70% of the students who are studying right now are using NSFAS. I used NSFAS just like any other student. I went through to the NYDA. I remember I was doing grade 12 that time. I was in matric. I went to the NYDA. I applied with the NYDA. I said to them, okay, help me with NSFAS. They did everything. Okay, they helped me. And then I passed. And then I said no. January I went to Nelson Mandela University, and then I just part about this university. What I like, it's that things were smooth in terms of funding. At night, immediately when I passed my marks, how NMU just saying, he replied, says, we have accepted you, come to NMU. When I got there, after I was able to call the student accommodation. I told them, okay, I'm on my way. They said, okay, no problem. When I was sleeping 2 days, after 2 days, NSFAS has approved. I got funding. No, I was still at home when NSFAS sent that message. NMU, financial aid. What is this? How? I have everything. Let me just go to university. I say, I would allude Nelson Mandela University for that. Financial aid, it was good. Everything was good.
And bro, this place kind of shows you that you just need to dream.
You just need to dream.
There's nothing actually limiting you.
There's nothing.
Because you saw this thing in the internet. I'm going there. But you didn't think about transport. Who do I know that side? That's how a dreamer actually should.
You don't even, you have to take risk. Risk taker. Simple. You have to take some risk.
And everything will make sense.
Will make sense along the way. And it made sense when I got here. How? I was surprised because my mom was a bit nervous for me. She was, I could see my mother's eyes. She wanted to cry that, her last born is leaving. I said, ma, don't worry. And I was late for the bus also. And when I got to the bus, I didn't mind. It was like a trip for me. And when I got there, got accommodation, I was never even frightened. I took a risk. And then I got used to everything.
Was it your first time leaving Gauteng?
In terms of staying at another province?
Getting out,
No. I usually go to Northwest, which is just next
to around the corner.
Just around the corner. Mpumalanga, yes. Free State, yes. So it's not the first time. But staying at another province without your family, it was my first time.
Because, by me listening to your story, I see a sense, of underlying the freedom element and also the education part.
The education part, yeah.
Most of you guys saw education as the vehicle.
It's a vehicle.
Wherever you want to go. Where does that come from?
I would say we didn't see it as a thing, but parents usually think that education is the key to success. Education is the key to employment or financial freedom. But we never experienced that because of my uncle also. You must remember, majority of my family members are educated, but some of them, they were still unemployed. My uncle got employment at the late age, around 40s. He's now a teacher. He studied for BCom economics. But now he's unemployed. He was unemployed. He ended up doing a PG. What do you call it? PGC, something like that. PGCE.
Because everyone is I think that cause is always waiting like this. For
everyone.
everyone.
For everyone.
And
if
then-
you don't find
yeah.
employment, that is why we have issues of teachers are not passionate about what they are doing. It's because of
that flow crossing.
that flow crossing. They were trying to get employment, but they never found employment, and then they chose
Yeah.
the PGCE. You see, yeah. So my uncle got a job at the age of 40. Right now, he got married. You know, things were proper. Yeah, and then my brother also is a civil engineer. I would say employment did help. Did university help him? Yeah, it did because of he's into that space. Yeah, I would say yeah. Some of them it did, some of it didn't.
Yeah.
It was just taking your chances. You're just taking your chances.
But the nice part is that you didn't get discouraged. Like,
I didn't get discouraged.
Because I know of parents who actually, let's say they grew up playing football. Then they got injured. Then
when the child is doing the same thing,
play soccer,
don't discourage that child. No, it's like that. It's true. It's like that. But at the very same time, yeah, in my side, my parents never got discouraged. They kept on saying, "You need to go to school." That's the motivation I used to get.
And now
from them.
it actually became the vehicle to your liberty of some sort. So you arrived here and studied what?
Oh, this side?
Yeah.
No, I studied politics and business. Yeah, I studied politics and business ever since I got here. Yeah, I applied, I enjoyed the course, but at the very same time, I made a mistake in terms of business because of it comes with accounting. I'm not good with numbers. Yes, I did science at school, but
the financial
side. You know, I've never done accounting. Hey, but I managed to pass it because of I used to focus on YouTube. It was the main factor that has helped me to pass that modules.
And I always say, bro, YouTube will educate you, but institutions will certify you.
Exactly.
Because you are going there just to get that
certificate. Because the lectures will teach you something that is already there. It's already there in the textbook. So what's the need of a lecture? Because you're gonna tell me about this, you're gonna read this glossary, look at this, look at that.
They just create slides based on
this. Based on this.
But the person who actually explains the work will find them in
YouTube. Exactly.
And that's scary.
It's scary. Yeah, because of these guys are just getting money only.
Bro, and I need to give you your flowers for actually choosing something that speaks to your passion. Most people don't do that. I don't know if they don't know themselves or they misdiagnose their passions. Mhlambe, how does the balance of business and politics help you currently?
Currently, I'm not a businessman currently, but I'm an aspiring entrepreneur. I want to tap into entrepreneurship because that's where I want to get into. I was motivated by the firstborn, my brother. That guy is very passionate about business as much as it's stressing him. I like how he's so enthusiastic. He doesn't care. He'll just say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to Durban. From Rustenburg, he say, tomorrow morning I'm going to Durban. I'll say, hi, bro. You know, you talk about millions over the phone. I said, this is entrepreneurship, you know. So that is why I said to myself, no, I need to get into business. I need to understand the dynamics around business. Yes, business is not theory, but I need just to get a basic understanding of what is business, you know, in a theoretical way.
Yeah, but like, and to even help you out, dog, like, business is what you're doing already in politics.
In politics.
Do you see how practical you are and how not even second thinking? Yeah, like that's how he's also playing it.
That's how he's playing it because of, I would say stressful in politics already. It's stressful. You don't sleep. The only thing I think of is politics. Every time, you know, when you speak to your own mamas, it's politics. You speak to anyone, it's politics.
Exactly.
It's now part of me now. That's the only thing I could survive with, you know.
No, bro, like, I think it's about time we actually tap into the political side. I see you are well branded here.
Yeah, I'm well branded. The action is
black and white.
But no, it's only green. This black is only made by the manufacturer. It's only green. Let's just say green. Green.
The greener pastures.
The greener pastures. The green mambas.
So tell us about the journey.
The journey.
So far, yeah.
So far, in action or in politics in general.
I think with politics we've created the steps.
To it. Okay, so when I got to Nelson Mandela University, I was still trying to figure out which political party that I'm going to go for. I joined this other ones, the Red Berets. I went to the first meeting. Hey, these guys were fighting, man. Hey, and I said, no, man. Yes, I've been watching, I've been reading, but understanding in terms of the politics, and I got to understand more as you get to study politics, you get to understand this ideology, what this ideology means, because as a young person at school, you're not sure which ideology aligns to you.
Yeah, you were just reacting,
exactly. Because Julius Malema will be there in public, he'll speak, and then I'll say, I want to become like that guy, But understanding the ideology around it, I said, no, man, it doesn't make any sense. And I said, no, this is not for me. And I looked for that, and I said, no, I cannot join the DA. No, it doesn't make any sense, because already people are leaving the DA. Who am I to join the DA when people are leaving the DA? Because of the same thing, the issue of racism within the Democratic Alliance.
Yeah.
And then in 2020, it was around August.
Yeah.
I was following this guy, man, called Herman Mashaba throughout the whole years, because Herman Mashaba was mayor in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
So that guy was very active.
Through DA.
Yeah. He was very active in Cosmo City. I used to see him. Hey man, who's this guy? At school, this top up Mashaba. I was surprised. Even students used to speak about Herman Mashaba. They would know about who's Herman Mashaba, the entrepreneur, the new mayor. He touched so many lives. When he left, there was a vacuum. Even today, in Cosmo City, he even knows it very well, because he used to come to Cosmo City more often. He used to speak about Rodipot, which is Honeydew. It was next to Cosmo City. You must even check the crime stats. Honeydew police station is ranked the second highest with the high crime rate in South Africa.
Imagine.
The crime that is being reported in the Honeydew. So yeah, but it's another topic. It's a topic for another day. But I got to say, hey man, who's this Herman Mashaba guy? So I used to follow him on, and then he said he's going to leave the Democratic Alliance. So it was around 2019, and then the People's Dialogue was formed, but I was not there, since I was here at Nelson Mandela University. I was this side, so but I was still following him through social media.
So that's after him leaving the
DA
and creating some sort of a movement with no party.
With no party. It's not a political party. It was like a CODESA, whereby it was Michael Biomont and him also, and then another guy, Andre Kotzie. They came together, and then they said, no, let's form a dialogue, whereby we speak to people what type of society, what type of a country they need.
I remember that dialogue.
You remember that dialogue? Yeah, People's Dialogue. That's where the Action SA started. They started there, and then it was not them who formed the Action SA. People have to segregate those two things. Yes, it was them, it was their vehicle because of they were driving it. But 3 million South Africans submitted and said, yes, we want you, please start a political party. Because they didn't want to get into politics to become another cope, but they wanted to get into politics to speak for the majority and the masses of our people,
It's like being mandated.
We are sent because of that guy. He's a very neutral guy. That is why also at the time he was a mayor, he was able to listen to all parties. He was able to listen to the EFF, for example. That is why even they call him the EFF mayor. Not that he was a socialist or anything, but he was able to listen to.
This is the fact.
Let's
deal with this.
These guys are representing, let's say, they will say they're representing the black people, let's say in the poor communities. They'll say we need a 24-hour clinic. He said, no, it's a good idea. Let's put it into play. That's why the Democratic Alliance didn't like it, because of he used to listen to everyone. And then 2020 he formed the Action SA, and I said, no, I'm signing up. That's why I signed up. 2021. So in the Nelson Mandela University, I kept on sending messages. I want to start a new political party. I want young people to understand who's Herman Mashaba. I want to teach young people about what Action SA is bringing to the table. I kept on writing messages, no reply.
Who are you sending these messages to?
I send messages to.
How do you know?
I'm following these people. I'm following these people. So as I'm following these people, I'm following Funzi. I'm following her, man. I'm sending emails that are there in the public domain. No one is responding.
You are sending to Action SA.
Action SA, yeah.
Give me the mandate.
Give me to start a student's chapter, yeah. Just give me the permission to start a student's chapter. I need your support, you know. No one was replying to me. Until some other time whereby there's now a youth forum, whereby it was called the YAC at first, Youth Advisory Council, actually for Action SA. Now there was a students chapter that was formed. They said, oh, at least now they are talking to me now. Then it was formed. They needed people to start students chapters around the country. I said, now they are talking now. And then that's how it started. I started the organization. I founded the organization around January last year. Last year, it was 2022 when they replied to my message, to my emails I have been sending since 2021, must remember. So the 2021 their focus was to get to win the local elections. Their focus was on those 6 municipalities.
I remember because they were making sure that people are registered and all of that.
Yeah, it was around Johannesburg. It was about 6 municipalities. Johannesburg, Tshwane.
And they actually got all 6, ne?
Yeah, they all got, and another one.
The ones that they were contesting.
They were contesting for.
Yeah.
They didn't want to contest all other municipalities because of it's a new political party.
Wasting your bullets.
You're wasting your bullets. So you just have to check, are people ready for this political formation? So that is why when it was formed, I said, no, I align to this organization. I align to how they're thinking. This is who I am. This guy's not a politician. I'm not a politician also. I'm a student activist. And I said, Herman Mashaba speaks to me. The way he addresses things, you know, he's not more of a theoretical guy. You need to understand him. You know, some other guys say, no, but they need to understand he's a doer more than a speaker.
And I think it's highly because he's from entrepreneurship. And in entrepreneurship, once you don't become a doer, you lose your mind.
Because
all of these ideas are playing.
You know, he'll say, I don't want the ANC. That's the only I don't want the ANC. I want to build this. His focus is
and he's so passionate.
He's mandated. He's so passionate. That's Herman Mashaba. You have to. I remember some other time when he once invited me for dinner here in PE in the restaurant. Hey, this guy. The only thing we speak about is the organization. I said, hey, Chief, do you even have a life? Like, let's speak about your life. And he'll speak so nice about his family, you know, his son. He'll speak about his son the whole night. I said, this is the guy that we need as a president in this country. A guy who's honest. You know, he doesn't care.
Bro. I know. And that's how the political party was formed this side. I'm sure we student involvement or student society leadership.
Okay.
Is there any other organization that you participated in? For the fact that these are the channels.
Yeah. Last year I was the deputy chairperson of the Black Management Forum Students Chapter.
The PMF.
Yeah. I know it's two. The Actionists and the BMF are two separate things in terms of ideology and all of that.
The one is more
socialist.
Yeah, socialist, and this one now brings the balance.
It's the liberals, But I was able to understand and I was able to know who. Then, like in terms of the names, SDO, who's this, who do you report to? So the dynamics around it, I was able to maneuver my way around it since I was already inside.
When did you join PMF?
I joined it last year.
As a member?
I joined it straight. I applied as a deputy chairperson and then they approved me as a deputy. They were short of people. So they said, no, man, just
this guy just said I joined it straight
as a deputy chairperson. They were approved by my application because of the PMF was dying at Nelson Mandela University, and it's something in which we are trying to revive it also again. It has died, it's no longer there, so they needed people to revive the students chapter, and I said, no, I can help. So so leaving out that organization, how I actually formed the Action SA. So per SRC constitution, you're supposed to get about 100 signatures per campus.
Not 50.
Not 50. 50 it's only for a society.
Oh, now 50. It's political.
Now, and a political now where it's per campus. So I have to.
So South Campus, North
Campus, Second Avenue, Mission Vale, George Campus. So it's about 500.
500.
I'm not sure. So it's South, North, Second Avenue, Mission.
Second Mission Vale.
So it's 5. I need to get 500 signatures. I was able to gather my few friends, and they said, okay. I remember it was around April. Athol said, no, let's have a meeting first. Tell me what you need, I'll help you. And then he came in, and then he was able to help me. He said, okay, what do you need? I said, I need t-shirts for my friends who are going to help me in terms of getting those signatures. We need a constitution. We need a POA. We need this, we need that. That is the guidelines of the SRC constitution. Basically, I was able to gather those things. I did so each and every day. I woke up. You know, and you must remember I was working since 2021. I was working at a pizza shop. So imagine now when I was off or when I'm working late, I have to wake up around 7 a.m. I have to get to campus, and campus is empty since it was COVID-19. There were less people. So
but the standard is still there at 100.
Still 100, exactly. It's not going down. It's not going. It's not going down.
It's not competing.
Next, I still have to get those 100 members.
Yo.
Those signatures, I need to get them. I kept pushing each and every day. You can even check my social media. You'll see. I kept pushing. When after work, I have to go to campus. At least 1 hour, I need to get about 5 signatures. I have to at least have to do something. I have to make sure that this organization is registered. To find out that no, chief, you're not the only person who wants to get registered as a political party. There was an IFP that has been there called Satesmo. ATM has been trying. COPE had tried. UTM has tried. It's because the person who approves the political societies are the SRC. And they are from other political formations. They're not going to approve a new political society. So it's a problem now. So
the card is the player.
Exactly. So that is why there are only about how many now? 5 now. People were surprised. How did Shinese get registered? It's because you can have to keep pushing. You can have to press these people. Say you need to register this thing. I need
to start CC,
you know, and those people don't even reply to your messages. I'll go to the office each and every single day. I'll become a nuisance in their office. I remember one lady, Mom Karen. Mom Karen's name is the one who has helped me so much.
Because now with entrepreneurship is
and plus she's not part of society. She used to tell me, go to this person, go to this person. She was the one who was guiding me basically. And I used to keep pushing. After work, I have to go to this person, I have to go to this person. Until December, it was around November, October, we got an email, we've been accepted. Our organization is being approved.
And you had these 500
signatures. Everything is approved. And mind you, now I've been trying to speak to the SRC president. He's not replying. These ones are taking me there and there. I have to negotiate. Except the reason why we need this, we need that, it's because this political party, they're taking me there and there. I need to keep pushing. I wrote to whoever around the institution. Eventually they approved the organization, and then we got registered.
Bro. You see your passion, dog. Like, people might not get it because you are speaking about it. Like you remind me of my days of selling muffins.
Muffins.
The passion was only known by me.
By you.
Inside. When I'm living with these 50 muffins. I must make sure at the end of the day they are finished.
They are finished.
And you are the only person who actually knows the truth.
They know the truth.
If I don't do this, my dream will just fade.
And also it comes with stress, you know. You'll have headache. At night. You'll have problems because
you're like, I'm putting my face out there and saying I'm trying to do this.
And people don't notice that.
And my fate is gonna be exposed.
Exactly. When I ask my friends, I say, can you come? And some of them won't even reply to me. Can you help me? No one is replying. I have to do this thing alone.
Bro.
Even now I'm still having those problems whereby I still have to convince people to come because people want something that is already well oiled. They don't want to join something that is starting up.
And that's the best opportunity.
It's the best opportunity to start up with an organization, trying to be the ones who are going to, build the foundation of this organization.
Like me looking at you, Mshabe, let's say I'm projecting you, going back to Cosmos City, and there's something happening here. You'll be the one standing close to Umashaba. This is my home ground.
This is my home ground.
I come this side.
Come this side.
And people are gonna be like, how did you make yourself
relevant? Exactly.
And get to that point.
Kanti,
there's actually work that has been done.
There's actually work, because I remember also to that story of me going to the dinner with Mashaba. Mashaba also was inspired by my passion. The story was, I was at work. I'm working 9 to 3. So I get to work from 9 to 3. And then after work, I told my driver, say, you need to get me to rest. So my driver will come late, will come around 4. He'll drop me at 4 o'clock. I have to go from, I heard that Mashawa is around town. We're having a by-election. It was the time we were launching the action essay in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
So we're having a by-election in Kwanobusle. Mashawa is there in the township. I need to go there. I spoke to the regional coordinator. The regional coordinator said, no, he's here. I said, okay. I don't know PE. Damn it. I asked the security lady, I said, hey, do you know this place? She said, no, you need to go to the taxi rank. I almost got discouraged because it was around 5 p.m. now. It was getting late. I don't know the township.
It was winter.
It was winter. It was June. It was already late. I went to the taxi rank. I said, no, I need a taxi that goes to Utnake. I said, no, this is a taxi.
And you still have to drive 45 minutes.
45 minutes. I get there. It's now getting late. 6. Yeah. I'm quite nervous. What is happening? I get another taxi. I go to this. I even search, okay. Ask the regional coordinator, where are you guys? They tell me, okay, we are at this school, we are at this location because of we are campaigning now. Mashaba is getting there now. I said, okay, around 6:30 now. I need to get to Mashaba. I walked until I get to Mashaba. Mashaba was doing an interview. So Mashaba, I was so happy. Petrolic was there, the SABs was there. Hey, people were surprised. Hey, Chief, he took about 3 taxis to come here. Just to see Mashaba. And then when I spoke to Mashaba around that time, and I said to him, I took 3 taxis to come to see you so that we could speak about the students chapter. He was impressed. He said, no. This guy needs, we need to go to a dinner. We cannot just say, because if it's late now, it's 7 p.m.
We can't do much now.
We can't do much. This guy, it shows his passion. This young man shows his passion for the action essay. He took 3 taxis just to see me. He was so surprised. And then he said, no, I'm inviting you for dinner. And then he did invite me for dinner. And then Trolip did. Mr. Athol Trolip was the one who took me to that place. It was here. When now, it was a restaurant around Samastrand. That's where he took me. Yeah, he said, okay, call your team, 4 of you guys. And I called my team, and then they did come. And it was him, Michael Biomont, which is the national chairperson, the director, which is, we call him the general, John Moody, director of operations, and then also, and his bodyguard also, hey, I was so surprised, this guy, it's my first time seeing Mashaba, hey. He said, no, it's you. And now we spoke for a long time, we paid for dinner until 9 p.m. You remember, no, it's like from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Until the restaurant had to close. He was busy, speaking about the passionate. We even clicked. He was even next to me. We even clicked. We used to speak a lot. It was nice, just.
Bro, I'm sure you're gonna see yourself today. You're very I can see the excitement, and in fact, I can imagine what was happening when you actually met the guy. Let's get to a point of meeting your mentors. Sometimes when you meet a person that you've visioned so long, most people get disappointed. Because they are not what they have seen.
They've seen.
In mid and what of that. How was your experience with meeting your mentors or meeting your role models?
My role models. Okay. It is different when I met Athol. I'll tell you about the story of Athol. But when I met Herman, Mr. Mashaba, it was like having a father. It was like, this guy relates to a father, that uncle from your family. He was able, he's very He's so simple. He's not that guy whereby you say no, he's arrogant or anything. It's so simple. It's like a father will talk to you, say, how are you? Are you good? You know, he understands a mindset of a typical Kasi boy, because of he's from the location also.
The guy, if he tells a story, bro, like you actually get to see it a shit. Logish. He will tell you how even whereby he used to what do you call it? Locksman. He was a locksman, exactly. Yeah, he was number one locksman. It's someone who's wishing to meet the people that they aspire to be. Like Umashaba, I can say he's your role model, ne?
Yeah.
And now he's like, hey, I look at this guy and I'm like, I wanna be this. I wanna be him. What are the things? Because bro, through your story, I can hear Uguti, you had to fight.
You have to fight.
There are 5 taxes to carry to take you there.
To take me there.
The passion there. I just want you to analyze and decode. You say, bro, this is what you need, and you'll get this, bro. Like you'll get this. You'll eventually get and meet these people that you aspire to be.
I would say you need time, passion, and hard work. Yeah, those are the 3 things in which. And also discipline, but it's something in which I'm still learning to get into, in which they will try to teach you about Athol. Athol it's one figure that you'll speak to when he's next to you is a father. That's Athol. He's not a politician when he's with you. He'll tell you in class, one day you need to be disciplined in some certain things. You need to do things in a particular way. You need to I would say those are the things.
How much of information consumption you do?
Information? Yeah, a lot. Each and every day I consume politics. I listen to news. Radio. I know all the radio stations whereby this time when they're having interview, Twitter, and then also Twitter also, I consume a lot of stuff from Twitter, especially around politics, because you can check my following. It's not the entertainment part. Yes, there is entertainment, maybe 3 or 4, but the majority of the people that I'm following and the content that I'm creating on Twitter, it's mainly on politics. So I consume much of politics.
Yeah, bro. I just hope people can even fail to navigate within the things you are saying. This is the character that makes this person. Because, bro, like, the way I structured this podcast, it is to reach people at their come up phase. Even the way we met, we're going to see Judge Zondo and the grand opening. Is it Pulse? Pulsius what?
The former Chief Justice. The former Chief Justice.
Yeah, the launch of the
and then also the memorial of Umqenge.
The
family.
The Matthew,
Griffith. I'm not sure about the name.
Griffith, no Victoria.
No Victoria.
Bro, like to me, you stood out. I was like, man. I was looking for an
election essay
somewhere here. Yeah, there must be a balance of.
There must be a balance
of all parties that need to be represented. But I'm like, since I'm looking for people at their come up phase, you stood like a person who's coming up to be something.
To something. No, and I really I was so happy, especially when I was going back home. I said, hey, thank you for the opportunity, because it's not every day where people are going to say they appreciate what you are doing.
I don't even know what
you don't even know what I'm doing, but
I could see.
You could see through me, and I said, and you'll be surprised by that time, because that time I didn't even have money that time, so I had to walk all the way from town to the university by that time, because I was still waiting for my money. It's another story. So another thing, I had to come back again.
For real.
Just because I care about what is going to be said in the memorial.
Yo, bro.
That's the passion. I went back, just imagine around 9 o'clock, I have to come back. I have to walk from NMU to town again. So it was something. I'll say it's passion.
Bro,
passion beside
It's
anything.
scary.
It keeps, yeah.
Because when I was there, now I was almost going.
Mm.
But I'm like, let me finish the conversation with that other law guy. Then I saw you going around. I'm like, hey, let me follow this guy.
This guy.
Just before he actually leaves.
Mm.
No, dog, like, hey, this thing is too much.
This thing is too much.
It's too much.
It's too much.
There's a fine line between being passionate and crazy. How do you balance the two?
Yo, I cannot balance it too. Honestly, I cannot balance, because of I'm taking some risk, and I would not say someone should take them. Hey, because of it was risky what I've done. It's really, really risky, because I would say working is something I could do. Most of the time I work when I go to. I have a part-time job also during weekends. Yeah, I walk from down to Newton Park. I walk every day. It's too easy. I'll come back again. I'll walk. I don't have a problem. But at night I'll just there's a transport. But if it's during the day or I'm working morning shifts, I'll walk. They're used to me. I'm used to that. I don't have a problem.
So what does it do to your mind?
Yo, it trains me to become that independent person. It trains me to become that person that will say, do not give up, no matter what, no matter how hard it is, you keep on pushing. I keep on pushing. That's
if you can walk it.
If I can walk it. That is why also I apply the same thing when I go to work. I apply the same thing in politics. Even though they say people are gonna discourage you. When I got there in Judge Zondo, the guys that I was sitting at the back with, guys from the EFF.
Yeah, because I could hear the howling.
The howling, yeah. So they will say, Chief, it's only you. Where are your forces? And I say, no, it's still recess. People are still at home. So I'm doing this thing for the Action SA. I'm here representing the Action SA. I'm not here as ONTLAMETSE. I'm here as Action SA, listening to what Judge Zondo is here to say,
And you were the only visible
party, yeah.
That's the only party I saw.
You saw. The other ones they're not wearing their regalia. How
many were they?
But the way that there was Sasko, there was, because of it goes through, you are proud of the political party that you are coming from. A lot of people call me Action SA. They don't call me by my name. Because of I usually wear my brand. So one of the other words that I've listened to from the former regional coordinator, Zanisile Mabuya, he would say, for you to be good in something, you need to be obsessed about it.
Exactly.
For you to be best at it, you need to be obsessed about it. And I took those words and I grasped those words and I'm still using those words.
And you're not being strategic and all of that. You're just living it.
I'm living it. Yeah, you have to live it. Strategically.
This is just a foundation to the future, because there are critical things that matter to the student politics, to South Africa at large. But fair to this encounter was just to lay the ground, comfortable. I'm actually welcomed here. So sizophinda siyenze enye. Yeah, and close to closing it, because we just made the hour.
Hey, you made an hour.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just outline izinto that are benefits at the university space that people are not looking at.
Okay. First and foremost, the reason why I chose the Action SA to form it in the university is because we need to instill liberal values amongst the students. And young people need to understand that there is life without the government telling us what to do. We need to make sure that we have a voice. We need to have this ideology called liberalism, because also I've seen with so many other chaps of the DA, so they are socialists, but within a political party that is liberal. They don't understand the values. 90% of them, they don't even know what the DA stands for. But now what I'm trying to do with people who are coming within the organization, I'm trying to teach them that no, we are liberals. This is how we do things. We are trying to create, we don't want you to become a politician, but we want you to become an active citizen. So the opportunities that are there in the university, I would say networking, the power of networking that comes with the university. For example, when we're having that thing for Judge Zondo,
Yeah.
Is it over?
Yeah, I think it's, yeah. I think it trapped us.
It trapped us, no?
Let's see.
Is it off in there also?
Yeah, we on the.
We're on.
What can we do? Make you finish here?
Okay.
No, let's. Bro, this is podcast. This is reality.
This is reality.
You will see, not everything is actually perfect.
Not actually, yeah.
Because sometimes people want perfect things.
Perfect things.
Hey, let's make it work. We are forcing it.
Yeah, there's no other way. We have to force it. It's the passion that drives us.
Yeah. And bro, like Sazam, I was second round guys of Amnant. This thing.
And then also I think you need to also make a debate amongst all political.
Yeah. I'm an activist. Hey, these guys run away.
And not only acting up on student politics.
Yeah. No. You can finish your point then.
Oh, so this one is not working.
Which one is this? Oh, yeah. I think yours is fine.
Hey, mine is fine.
No, carry on.
Okay, no problem. So where were we in terms of?
You were speaking about what?
The liberal values. So
yeah, the liberal values.
The liberal values. Or the power of networking. I was talking about the issue of where the judge Zondo. You were able to network after everything. You were able to talk to this person. You were able to talk to me.
Yeah.
I was able to encounter you. We were able to engage. You know, that is the opportunities in which they are there in the university. Besides only going there to learn, just to get the certificate, but people need to understand that when there are functions, events that have been created by the university, they have to go to these events to make sure that they basically, how can I put it, network themselves. That is one value in which the PMF has molded me. It will tell you the power of networking. Simple.
Bro. No, that's the way we actually gonna wrap it.
No, thank you.
Maybe in the last words to your people, the youth.
The youth.
Yeah.
Generally, since we are approaching 2024, I would like to urge each and every young person, and students in particular, because we have seen that around 10 million young people are unemployed in this country. I would say out of 10 million young people who are unemployed in this country, 7.7 million are unemployed, and then 2.3 million are the ones who are having employment. So I would like to say to a majority of the young people, we need to make sure that we get registered to vote with the IEC, because currently things are looking bad. So 2024, we like to compare 1994 to 2024, because that is where we removed the apartheid government, where our parents and grandparents removed the apartheid government. So this is an opportunity for us also to remove the current government of the ANC and instill a new government that is going to, make sure that it changes things. The only government called the Action SA.
You even smile, eh?
It's the only organization that could help the majority of the students and young people in particular. Yeah, I would say this is a vehicle. This is the right vehicle. Let's just give it a chance. It's like a boyfriend. So it's like a boyfriend. There's this boyfriend who was a player, and then you'll have another boyfriend. You need to give another one a chance, because of this one was messing up things. Try another one, you'll see.
Now you know what you don't want.
Oh, now you know what you don't want. Exactly. Need to compare.
Bro, I'm sure we're gonna have you soon for the second round, Fit.
Okay.
There's so much that we need to decode. I just wanted to know, like, where you're from.
Where I'm from and who am I.
Then you can get into the technical and deeper stuff.
No, definitely no. No, thank you so much.
No, bro.
All right.
Let's wrap it. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, cheers.